Hey, welcome to a brand new episode of the Fair Show Podcast. I am your host, Calvin. And y'all, this has been a crazy year in 2025. So much has been going on. As of right now, bro, this is crazy. Like, this dude is really going to get away with it. Like, that's what I'm trying to figure out. Do y'all think that he's going to get away with it? Like, just, what do y'all think, man? This is wild. Like, if you're coming in right now, make sure you tap the screen. Like, I want to talk about it. Do y'all think that, like, right now, what South Park did to Donald Trump, was that too wrong or was it too much? Like, going on right now? Can y'all just please, like, if you're joining in right now, tap the screen, like the live. We want to talk about it. We want to talk about what your thoughts about it, like what's going on. Do y'all think it is a conspiracy theory? Like, a lot is going on right now. This may be possibly a cover up. I want to hear from Magus. Like, is this, what do y'all think? Like, seriously, because a lot is going on right now, and I want to get y'all's thoughts. But right now, I'm going to have people up. If you can, go ahead and tap the screen like the lives. I want to make sure that we can get people up right now, because if you haven't heard, Ghislaine Maxwell was granted, she was granted limited immunity, which means basically what's going to happen now is that there's a good chance that she may get away with this. Like, they all may get away with this. So just make sure you tap the screen like the live. Eddie. Hey, I'm not gonna say it, bro, but you were right.
I told you. What I told you was gonna happen, it happened, right?
It happened, man. Just earlier, it was like they were just thinking about giving her immunity, but they just finalized on it. And then when he was asked about it, he was like, "Yeah, I can pardon her if I wanted to." So he's over here floating the idea of pardoning her anyway.
Yeah, I told you it was gonna happen, bro, and I always saw it coming.
Man, so what are your thoughts on it? Like, what do you think?
I told you what's gonna happen to her, bro. Like, the government's a big old mafia, bro. Like, they send their guys to tell them, hey, what do you know? And are you gonna squeal? And if you are gonna squeal, if you squeal, you're gonna stay in there. But if you just keep my name out of, like, those files, we'll go ahead and pardon you.
Yeah, bro. It's just my thing is like, with all this being said, like, how can, like, and if you're watching right now, if y'all are some MAGA supporters, please come up and join us. But, like, how can y'all still support this? Like, we'll be on, we'll be on Joey's lives, right? And, like, they'll still support it. Like, I don't get it. Like, how can you still support Donald Trump after this? What's up, Nathan?
What's good?
All right. Hey, do you think South Park went too far, or there was much needed?
I don't really think either. I really don't know why people are so riled up over a cartoon.
Right. I mean, the White House was pretty riled up too, though. So, I mean, like, what do you think? Like, first off, who'd you vote for? First off, let's see.
I voted for Trump.
All right. And then 7 months in, are you still satisfied with your vote?
I mean, and opposed to Biden, yeah.
Well, Biden wasn't a pick, so it was Kamala. So I just wanted to know. Like,
oh yeah, he had cancer that he lied about.
Samantha, welcome to the podcast. Samantha, can you just please tell us your age and who you voted for?
I'm 44 from Oklahoma, and I understood the assignment, and I did not vote for Trump.
Uh-oh. We got two different people.
You got an F, you lost.
So you said you understood it. What was the assignment that you had to understand?
The assignment to not let this piece of shit back into the White House.
If failed, you lost.
I lost what?
Your assignment.
Yeah, I understand that, but the American people are losing daily now because of that. So.
Okay, so let me start with both of you. And Eddie, I know, Eddie, you can jump in anytime you want. But so Nathan, let me ask you this. So like, okay, with everything going on right now, and today we just found out that they have given Ghislaine Maxwell limited immunity. So does it not make him look guilty to you at all, or what?
Absolutely.
Ghislaine Maxwell is guilty, yeah.
But the fact that he's pardoning, or he's about to pardon her, basically, what does that say to you?
So when she comes out and says that Trump is innocent, and you guys don't have any proof, like, what are y'all gonna do?
On a pardon?
But before she was actually convicted, she was found guilty under oath, right? She committed perjury.
Yeah, but here's the thing. If you go back to Ghislaine Maxwell's issues all the way back to Florida when Epstein first initiated this, Pam Bondi, who was the AG at the time in Florida, made a deal with Epstein that said that we want you, all of your co-conspirators along with her, will not serve any time as long as they testify. Well, when Epstein comes up unalived, interestingly enough, they go after her. They go after her. So technically she has a ticket to ride on because she still has that as Pam Bondi's initial word.
Mm-hmm.
So bringing her to the White House and talk to her, no. He said, I'm just going to release the Epstein files. Here's what backfired on him with that, though, is that he didn't realize his name was going to be in it so much. And I think that the reality of it is that he was going to try to use it like he does anything else, weaponize other people and congressional members, Democrats, whatever, that he may have thought were on the list. And then I think they found out, sir, I don't think it's going to be a good idea for you to go out and release this list, even redacted, because your name's all over it. And even though Trump fans do not care, MAGA does not care that he's in it, they'll just move the goalposts for him. The whole point of this, when everybody says, why do Democrats care? Why they want it? It's not so much that they care about Donald Trump, because we all knew he was in it. It's we want all of the people who are child predators to be punished. We want them to serve their day. And there is enough of them in there that we would like to know who's on the list, because we don't want these people representing us. It's very simple.
Do you have any proof that there's a list?
Are you serious?
So
is that a legitimate question?
I can ask you a question, Nathan. So even though that Pam Bondi said there was a list, Donald Trump said there was a list. He even said today that he has his own personal list of Bill Clinton and other people who actually live with Jeffrey Epstein. So are you still in disbelief that there is no list?
If you could show me where he said that, I mean, that'd be great.
He said it multiple times. Did you not listen to, I mean, you're a Trump fan, you voted for him. Did you not watch his rallies? Did you not watch the post 60 Minutes interview where he said, yes, I'll release not only the JFK files, but I'll release the Epstein list, L-I-S-T, list?
List or files?
List. In the files. He said, I will release the files that has the list. He said it very clearly. He has said list multiple times. He said, Pam Bondi said, the list is on my desk. And the rest of the files to be
there's
released
a
are
flight
on my
list,
desk.
but there's not a client list.
Well, she said, Pam Bondi said client list. Knox, before we go any further, can you please just tell us your age and who you voted for?
I'm 20 and I voted for no one. I just want to see this and I want to give out my own opinion. Not gonna lie.
Okay, all right. Well, Nathan, let's just kind of hear your report. Like I said, and you can look on my page. I actually reposted today where he said that he has his own personal list of people who slept over at Jeffrey Epstein's house. So there is obviously
Okay, what about Virginia Jeffrey that specifically named Trump as someone who was not seen touching or molesting kids?
Okay, so let's first off, let's use TikTok friendly language, please. Just use the essay if you don't mind. And two, okay, so that's just one person, but okay, what about the other?
Okay, where's somebody where's some proof that he is on the list?
Okay,
Who? Trump. We
Okay.
don't. Okay, I don't even know where the logic comes in.
He's been
with you
mentioned
on
in the
this
list
because
76 times, bro. He's been mentioned on the list.
He's been seen with him multiple times. Even Epstein's brother has come out and said they were great friends. He has admitted, Trump himself, we were great friends. And then he tried to disassociate himself and distance himself like he does everything from him after he got in trouble. But before that, oh yeah, they were great friends. They partied together. We both like young women. He said it. He said those words. We both like young women. We love beauty and young women.
He said that Jeffrey he loves women more than me, and he likes them a little bit younger.
So you think Chris Tucker, Naomi Campbell, Doug Band, Sarah Ferguson, just because they flew on the Lolita Express, they're automatically guilty of SA of children?
If you have a pattern of someone, and like Donald Trump, who has a pattern of essaying women, who has a pattern of having disgusting, filthy comments to make about women, and I don't need to go back to what he said about having money and being able to grab women wherever you want to, or his typical behavior of going down an escalator and talking to
Well, those are all grown women,
and
though.
saying, I'll marry her, or even discussing his own daughter in a sexual sense or schmexual sense. I don't know what's confusing. People that have patterns.
The left wingers are the conspiracy theorists now. They just do all this
Bro.
reaching. They
This
talk
is
about.
he said. I'm not
Nathan.
making any conspiracy of it.
Those are
This is
grown
shit
women,
he
though.
said.
Those are grown women.
Nathan.
No.
Nathan. Some other people, he already paid out some kids that were minors that he SA'd. So they won't say anything, bro.
What about the girl that was coming down the escalator that said, "Oh, she's beautiful. She's a preteen. She's beautiful. I'd be married to her someday." When somebody shows you who they are, believe them. He showed you who he is. I don't know what's so confusing.
You think a video of a politician. So Joe Biden is a
oh, here we go.
A child predator now.
Why? Because there's any evidence of him saying anything about young girls?
Because he would kiss young girls.
Do you know there are a lot of people?
So it's true in one sense when it fits your narrative.
Did you see
him?
Did you see
another narrative?
Kissing the forehead of a young child,
you're a conspiracy
or making out with a young child?
Total
Those are
crap.
two totally different things.
Total crap.
It's not a conspiracy theory, bro. Okay. Let's get down to the main point, right? Like, so you voted for Donald Trump. You support Donald Trump. But my question is, if because obviously MAGA support, they don't want to believe the 34 felony counts, right? So let's not talk about that. But if you were, since you are a MAGA supporter, if it does come to find out that he is convicted or he is in those files doing essay towards young women, do you still have it? Does he still have your support as a MAGA supporter, or would you believe it?
Yeah. If it came out that Obama was doing it, would you was doing it? Would you come out against Obama?
I would in a heartbeat. I would tell Obama to be locked up too.
We on the same page then. Yeah. Once I see some proof, once I see some evidence, once I see like people that aren't acting delusional because they're liberal.
Acting delusional was the woman that he was found civilly liable for raping. Was she acting delusional?
She's a delusional woman. She's a crazy woman.
Oh, okay. I get it. So when he talked about being able to grab women by whatever because of their money, was he being delusional, or was those actual words he said?
That's my boy getting some play. That's my boy getting some play.
Oh my God.
Let me ask you this: what made you want to vote for? And don't say policies, please don't exclude policies. What made you support Donald Trump?
Because liberals are weaponizing the legal system against people that have dissenting political opinions against.
Okay, so you're talking about Donald Trump then, because he's the only one that does that.
What do you mean?
He is the one that goes after political opponents. He's been doing it since he got into office on day one. That's what he spends most of his time working on and talking about. Everything that goes wrong right now as him being president, he blames on Biden, even though he's president right now.
What U.S. president has he federally prosecuted?
He has talked about trying to go after Biden, Obama. He has gone back. What political opponent has he had that he has not talked about trying to go after? That's a smaller list.
Okay, but Biden.
Okay, see, here we go. You can't. Bullshit. It's absolute bullshit.
What's bullshit?
Wake the fuck
who
up.
appointed Merrick Garland?
Oh my God. He doesn't even remember that he is the one who put Jerome Powell in the position that he's in. He literally sat there the other day and he's like, I don't even understand how this guy got here. And I don't know why Biden put him in office. He put him in office in 2018.
Yep.
He doesn't even understand what the hell he did when he was president the first time.
Can we stay on topic?
This is the topic. That is a political person that he absolutely hates, who talks shit about, who wants to get rid of, and he thinks that he has done things that he should be convicted for.
What? Okay, so who has he gone after aside from like these words that you remember him saying? Everyone
The
has
mayor of New York. The mayor of New York caved because he threatened him. We can start
Eric
there.
Adams is a criminal. He's already a
Oh.
criminal.
Right. Okay. So he's not behind bars, just like Donald Trump is not behind bars because
He's getting charged by the state. He's not getting charged federally.
Donald Trump should be behind bars. You understand that, right? What he did and what he was
should
found.
be president. The American people, the voting American population, voted
He
him
shouldn't
into power.
even have been a candidate.
What do you mean? Are you against democracy?
I'm against a 34 convicted felon even being able to be voted for.
So wait. You think the American people do not have a right to vote for
Not
who they
for
want to be
convicted
president?
felons.
Really?
Don't you have an ounce of demure and class
Really?
that you would rather have someone up there that can run the country that has some self-respect? You know, he's going to Scotland and they literally said to go look at his two, stupid golf courses.
So if they would have
They are
charged
literally
Obama,
saying in the newspaper,
so if they would have charged
shut up,
Obama,
Nathan. Shut up,
when
Nathan. He is going to Scotland,
Okay,
and
I'll
they
shut up.
literally, in the paper, didn't even announce him as president. They said the felon is coming to Scotland.
Voting. It's a right, a privilege, and a responsibility. Many have made the ultimate sacrifice just so we could have the ability to vote on what we believe is best for us and our community. So, we here at Straight Up ask you to do your research, let your voice be heard, and be proud to say, I straight up voted.
And that's why I brought the topic, did South Park go too far? Because obviously he's making our country into a big joke. Like, they're making fun of him. Does that not make you feel like you're standing with somebody? He's supposed to be this big bad president, but yet he's a big.
They're mad than Colbert.
Bullshit. South Park has been making different.
They haven't made an episode in 2 years.
They have been making episodes for years about things.
They haven't made one in 2 years,
happened.
Babe. You don't even know what the hell you're talking about.
I absolutely know what I'm talking about.
Stupid wine mom.
They made an episode a long time ago about the medical industry.
When was the last time they made a South Park episode? You don't even know what you're talking about. When was the last time they made a South Park episode?
I don't think you are in reality. I don't think you live in the U.S. And if you do,
okay, so answer my question. If I'm not in reality, you should be able to clearly demonstrate, right?
Okay, that's beyond the point, because now you're trying to like. That's like, honestly, I'm apolitical. I don't care who you vote for. But my thing is that's when it comes to MAGA supporters, they have to move the goalposts. Show me proof.
She moved the goalposts. I was talking about political persecution, and she started talking about a completely different.
The only reason why you understand the word political persecution is because Donald Trump has said it over and over and over again about himself. That's the only reason why you understand that word.
I don't even think he's ever said political persecution.
He has. Oh my God, where the fuck have you been? For the entire campaign, he said, I'm being politically persecuted against. This is a witch hunt, a political persecution. Are you that confused?
I've heard witch hunt. I've never heard the word political persecution.
Okay,
ever.
panel, am I that confused? Because I am certain he said it a million times, if not once.
All right.
You got it.
Can you find me one?
I don't have to do your research for you, my friend. I've watched
But you're the one who's saying it, right?
You really don't think he's ever said that he's been politically persecuted against. You really don't.
And that's kind of like that's what's scary, Nathan.
I don't ever think he's used that specific word.
Oh my God.
That's my like. Like I said, and I'm with Ryan. I think you're just trolling me right now. I think you just because I don't know if you just love to join to be part of the whole ordeal with just being on the bandwagon, because like, I'm assuming you're an American, right? And I think that like, so whether you're on the right or left, we don't want to see children to get essayed at all. And like,
can I see some evidence of that happening, bro? Like,
okay, let me ask you a question. Like, if this was your daughter, right, and she comes to you 20 years later and says that somebody that she's known that you knew mutually, like your best friend, right? She stayed quiet about it for 20 years, right? And she told you this is what's going on. Would you believe her, or would you believe Donald Trump? With no proof.
If I had a daughter that was in contact with Donald Trump and she told me Donald Trump SA'd her,
would you believe her, or would you believe Donald Trump?
I really wouldn't know who to believe at that
Oh my
point.
God. That is what's so wrong with you. Do you have children? I hope not.
Do you know? Do you like? I have
Wow.
nothing to do with Donald Trump. Like I think
You just
my daughter
aligned
is
yourself with him. You
schizophrenic.
literally said, if my daughter was essayed by him, I need to actually watch it, basically, in order to believe it. You're fucking nuts.
How would my daughter have any contact with Donald Trump?
You're a fucking troll. You're
How would you have contact with Donald Trump, Samantha? You're a worthless wine mom on TikTok. What are you talking about?
You know, you can call me all the names in the world. I've been a Medi-Flight nurse for 25 years in trauma. So I've been called all the names in the world. You go right on.
Okay, you started. You can't. You told me to my face, shut up.
You can sit there and tell me that if your daughter came to you and said, Dad, I was essayed by Donald Trump, and I don't care if he'd ever been president
what
or
if my
not.
daughter came to me and said she was essayed by you, Samantha?
I just don't know.
What if my daughter came to me and said she was essayed by you? Who should I believe?
Her.
Oh my God.
Are you an idiot? Her. Yeah, I'll self-incriminate myself all day long. If your daughter comes to you and said I did it, her, and then we'll let the courts decide what happened. But you should initially accept the statements of your daughter.
That's good. That's good. I believe you're that type of person.
I have a follow-up.
I'm glad you came out, Samantha.
Right quick, Nathan, I got a follow-up question, Samantha. But before we go there, let's do Hulkamania. What's up, man? You tell us your age and who you voted for.
34 for Trump.
Okay, and let me ask you this question: did South Park go too far, or was it much needed? And how do you feel about Ghislaine Maxwell getting limited immunity?
Didn't watch the South Park episode, and I think it is a smart move to do that.
To grant her limited immunity? Why so?
Yes. Because that means she can talk about whoever she wants. She can bring up everybody that she needs to, and she can have immunity also. It's not like she's going to get out.
Okay, but the thing is the goal is to get her out. That's the plan.
No, I mean, we can still prove what she did, but at the same time, giving her immunity is a smart thing that lets her mouth open up and let her talk. It's not ideal, but we will get names. We will get a lot of information if we just let her talk, because a lot of criminals like that would talk and incriminate a lot of people.
So are you on the list of, like, basically if Donald Trump is on he could be on the list, right? He could be in the files on the list.
Yeah.
If he's part of the files to where he was engaging with underage practices of sexual activity with minors, you think how would you feel then?
I think we should do what Florida's been doing to him for a little bit, give him the death penalty.
Okay, so you would denounce your support for Trump?
Yeah, if the evidence came out to show that he did something like that, yeah. I don't protect those type of people. I'm a victim of that from a childhood, so I'm good.
This is like, and like, Hulkamania, I can respect that. Like, I don't know about you, Samantha or Eddie, but I can respect that compared to Nathan, who just ran.
I mean, I can respect your point, but also what I don't understand is he's done a lot of things that bring you right to that point where it's beyond disrespectful. Walking, having his, beauty pageants and walking in there and looking at those girls undressed and all that kind of stuff. I mean, if you had a daughter, would you be okay with that?
Well, no, I wouldn't be okay with that neither. I wouldn't even be okay with my daughter being around Joe Biden. Well, you do realize Joe Biden's done the same thing along with a lot of different politicians from both sides, right?
Okay, but I'm assuming you didn't vote for Joe Biden, but you did Trump. But here's the difference. You didn't vote for Joe Biden, but you did Trump.
Yeah.
So you're denouncing what Joe Biden did and saying he's a horrible person, but I'll vote for this asshole.
Ma'am, hey, trauma nurse, you're full of trauma. If you listen to what I'm saying, I don't care who did it, lock them up.
Okay, but here's what I'm saying to you is you just said Joe Biden has done.
Yes, ma'am.
Because
I'm looking at the big picture. Ma'am, I'm looking at the big picture. Someone in
office that you already knew had done similar.
Ma'am, you're not that important. I'm looking at the bigger picture. I don't care who did it, lock them up.
Okay. Exactly. So lock them up. Well, so why isn't he locked up?
Reason why I brought up Joe Biden is because you haven't. There has been sexual allegations charges on him from children and women too. But nobody wants to speak about that also. So
Really,
let's bring them all together.
Women have come forward and children have come forward saying that Biden sexually abused them.
You never read his daughter's diary that she admitted writing?
His daughter's diary.
Yes, ma'am.
Are you talking about his granddaughter's diary?
Ashley Biden, his daughter.
Okay, so his daughter's diary stated that he has sexually abused or
that he would
women.
shower with her when she was a teenager. Yes, ma'am.
She didn't say teenager, by the way. It just said
well,
shower.
Either way, child, teenager, whatever.
You know, they do that in some countries, right? I mean, there's a famous Japanese anime where that happens.
We don't do that here in America.
No, but here's the thing. What she's trying to get at is that Donald Trump has credibly been accused of doing all sorts of essay type of things. Was found liable. Wait. But was found liable because of defamation, because he said that he did not essay a certain woman, and the jury saw the evidence and said, no, he did essay her. But you're okay with that. Hold on.
Have y'all heard of the Tara Reid case? Have y'all heard of the Tara Reid case?
I don't care because it's Mr. Trump who happens to be the president at this point.
This is going to be very relevant. If you want me to get it out, let me speak. Have you heard of the Tara Reid case?
Go ahead. Let us know.
It's basically the exact same details that happened in the Trump case, but with another woman and Joe Biden. He done the exact same thing. Why was no charges brought to him?
Well, Joe Biden is not president. Who cares?
What I find really interesting
ma'am, I wasn't talking to you. I'm looking for an answer.
What I find really interesting about every time that somebody tries to have this conversation, every time someone tries to have this conversation, they can't come up with a compelling argument that Trump is not a predator. So they always go into Biden or another president or Obama.
Ma'am, do you want me to?
That is not an argument.
Ma'am, I'm trying to give you what you want.
Well, then let me tell you that if you want to bring up this case, and you can bring it up and read it all day long. But if you knew about this in Biden's situation and you were like, oh, this is horrible, we don't want a president like that, then why the fuck would you turn around and vote for somebody who you knew was already convicted of this crap?
Ma'am, can I speak?
Yeah, very good point. You either care or you don't care, and clearly you didn't care.
Ma'am, can I speak?
And it wasn't a deal breaker.
Hey, can I speak on something, or y'all gonna just keep trying to belittle me because this is fun?
Hey, land your plane. This everything is
okay. Oh, I will land my plane. Did you know that E. Jean Carroll doesn't know the year, date, or day that this happened? She said it was the mid-90s. She can't even tell you when. And if you look up the clothing store, in the mid-90s, it was being renovated. So partially it was open, and the men's store was across the street because it was relocated years before. So why? Hold on. If you don't want me to interrupt you, don't interrupt me. Why would Donald Trump walk into a women's store in the height of his
We can answer that question
90s?
For you. We can answer that one pretty easily. But if you don't want to listen to E. Jean Carroll, then why would you be okay with?
I don't listen to somebody that has done this to multiple different people and lost cases.
What about his locker room talk, going behind the camera?
Oh no! Somebody said something horrible. Like women don't do the same thing. It's wild, right?
Wait, but you're not making a lot of sense because you're sitting here doing backflips.
No, I'm not. I'm actually sticking to the topic.
Hang on. You wanted to speak, so let other people speak. You're doing like acrobatics to try to explain.
And you're doing accusations.
What would What would very logically seem like Trump is guilty, and yet you are so quick to take tiny bits of evidence and blame Biden. So you can't have it both ways. Okay?
Did you know that it was the same thing with Trump and Biden? There was no DNA evidence. It was the same story.
Okay, so if it's the same thing,
so either
you're still online protecting him, but you're
Biden's innocent, right? Then if it's the same thing, then Biden's innocent in your world.
You are protecting a pedophile because I'm not protecting anybody.
First
you're not making any sense.
TikTok language, but secondly, you're protecting one by saying because Trump has been found liable for this shit, not to mention the fact that he's spoken about it. He said, I would marry my daughter. I have walked behind my Miss USA pageants while they're undressed. And they're very beautiful.
You're saying that's not believable, but all this Biden stuff is believable. Like you cannot have it both ways.
No, what he's saying, if Biden had done it, of course, Biden would be, a horrible human being. But what he's saying is because Trump did, there he goes. But when Trump did it, then
he's a runner. He's a runner.
He's a track star.
Our world is made up of roughly 8 billion people. People of different races, different cultures, and different languages. And sometimes being different is often frowned upon due to a number of things. But here at Straight Up, we believe it's our job as people to sit at the table, learn from each other, in hopes of making our world into a better place to live. So join us as we have these cultural conversations. Only on the Straight Up Show podcast.
We are from the sea. Tune in to the Straight Up Show podcast.
Y'all, thank y'all so much for joining the live today. The question is today, do you think South Park went too far?
No.
Also, just breaking news today, there has been limited immunity granted to Ghislaine Maxwell when it comes to the Epstein files. If you are a Donald Trump supporter or you are anti-Trump, please like the live, join the live. We want to hear from you. We have some new people in today. Will Leeper, start with you right quick. Can you tell me your age?
What's up, buddy? I'm 36.
And who'd you vote for?
I vote for none of them. I don't trust a lot of the higher power. Like when it comes to like politics, I feel like a lot of them are just kind of like all about themselves, and it's just everyone kind of plays like this act so they could get into power, and people vote for them so they could just kind of like, you know, pocket money for themselves and not really care about the American people. And I think it's a shame for a lot of the American people that we put our trust into these people that are supposed to, you know, look out for the American people, but they choose to go a different route and just kind of like, you know, put a blind eye towards us and just put like a bright eye on himself. And if you ever really think about it, president, if you just use a P resident, you know what I mean, like that type of word that we're using against Trump and all these other politicians that are involved. It's kind of like right in our face, and we just kind of like, a lot of us don't really see it that way. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Merriman, let me ask you a question. So, can you tell me your age and who you voted for?
Yeah,
I'm 36, and sorry, my bad.
I'm 36, and I voted for Harris.
Okay. Yeah. So and that's kind of like upsetting. Like a lot of these Trump supporters, they'll sit there and they'll come talk a big game, but then all of a sudden, like when it's time to actually answer their question, they either move the goalpost or they just run away. You know, they just hang out.
They always deflect to Biden or Obama. Like it always go there.
All right, Joe, before you start talking, brother, can you tell me?
Oh, my bad. That was my TV. Sorry.
All right, can you tell me your age and who you voted for?
Yeah, I'm 26, and I voted for Claudia De La Cruz.
Okay, so what party do you represent? Or you? I don't know what party.
I'm not a part of any party.
Okay. All right, and so let me start with Merriman right quick, because like we already got everybody else, but like, so do you think South Park went too far? Or do you think it was much needed? And how do you feel about Ghislaine Maxwell?
I admittedly didn't see the South Park episode, but I did read about it. No, I mean, I think that considering, you know, their parent company and you know, everything they're going through, and what happened with Colbert and everything that's going on right now, we absolutely need dissenting voices, and they're very, very smart, funny, clever dissenting voices. I think it's wonderful. It's great.
Okay, and then so Joe, what were you gonna say, Joe? I'm sorry.
Emily. Oh, you're good. You're good. I just didn't hear the last part of what you were asking.
Oh, I was asking, do you think how do y'all feel about Ghislaine Maxwell getting immunity now?
Oh, is that confirmed?
That is confirmed now.
Oh my God! Like no one's gonna actually believe her, right?
Well, she's already been held in contempt in court already.
No, I know, but whatever she says to like diffuse this whole list fiasco that Trump's in, we're not gonna believe that. Right? Are y'all gonna believe that?
Nope. The guy from MAGA, he just said he would. He would.
Yeah. Well, I would imagine that MAGA, if he pardoned her, I imagine the MAGA would be upset about that.
Yeah, right. Like, there's no way they just let her go. And like, it's only happening like, oh, now like Trump's looking bad for a couple weeks. Now's the time to go talk to her and get her lawyer on TV. It's so nonsensical. But as far as the episode goes, they could have gone much farther if they wanted to. Honestly, I mean, I think it's very American to be able to critique your leaders when you deem it necessary. That's why we have free speech. That's why we can get together with freedom of assembly. Like, it's important to acknowledge our rights, and sometimes in times of inner turmoil within your own country, push the limits of those rights and see exactly where you stand.
I like that. That's definitely true.
Yeah.
And
as well stated.
And it's scary because, like, you know, like just I don't know how much y'all heard before y'all came on the panel. Eddie can attest to it, but like, you know, we ask these questions to the Trump supporters, like, you know, if this was your child, who would you believe? And Eddie can tell you, like, because we've been on a couple of lives together, the majority of them said they wouldn't believe their own child.
That's insane.
And it's like,
they'll actually believe, like, they'll believe Donald Trump over, because they asked him, if your daughter came up to you and told you, hey, Donald Trump essayed me, would you believe Trump or your daughter? He had to think, bro. He had to think and say Trump. I believe Trump.
And that's why it really is a cult. Like, it's like, it's a cultish, like, it follows every sort of qualifier of a cult, the way that these people like behave. They're brainwashed.
My grandma was like that, bro, and she had like dementia for the last like 10 years before it finally got her. And I swear to God, she spent the last like 5-6 years of her life just on Facebook reposting the most insane stuff. Like, she believed like JFK was coming back from the grave, and like she believed that like Donald Trump was like a messianic figure. Like, it's insane.
and that's the crazy part about it is like a lot of people, especially because I'm from Louisiana originally, so like a lot of my home base is like, you know, Southerners and like, you know, Bible Belt area. So, hey, Lulu, thank you for joining us today. Can you tell us your age and who you voted for, please?
38. I live in Texas, and I voted for Harris.
Oh, whoa, that's a rare.
Oh, thank you.
That's rare.
Yeah, that's rare, bro.
You're not a real Texan.
You must be like in one of the blue cities, like Dallas, Fort Worth, or what? Or Dallas,
Funky Town, Fort Worth.
Yeah, see there, so you knew it. And a lot of people don't notice, like, so this is kind of like I used to live in Plano, Texas. So like a lot of people don't know that that Texas was almost blue a couple of years ago by 500,000 votes.
Oh wow, Beto ran, right?
Yeah. So that's how crazy it is, because people don't realize that Texas is kind of like a purple state, to where like Dallas, San Antonio, Austin, Houston, they're all blue cities, but like Texas is so big that it makes up to a red state. So,
well, I think they're about to fix it. I mean, in their favor with the gerrymandering that I don't know if you heard that Trump told them to come up with 5 new districts and maneuver, you know, the districts to make them red. So
yeah, that's wild. Like, he always says the quiet part out loud.
Yeah, bro. I don't know how much y'all know about like Turkey, but like we're basically turning into like
I've heard
I've
heard that comparison.
Look at how Erdogan has consolidated power over the past like 15-20 years. Like, yeah, I see a lot of people compare Trump to Schmittler, and like I do understand.
Yeah, I have no idea how Turkey is, so that's just
they've definitely like lost a lot of some personal freedoms over the past couple of decades. A lot of people have actually fled to the United States from Turkey in the past 20 years.
Well, what's going on with? I mean, I don't follow Turkey so
well. He did a military coup, and he consolidated power, and like he holds elections, but like he literally just jailed like his political opponent not too long ago. Like he's, you know, it's like, and he's in NATO, so it's weird. Like he does all this stuff, but he's also a NATO ally. but he's also doing proxy war with other NATO allies. Like, Turkey's a weird situation.
Hey, straight up, have you straight up?
Yeah.
Hey, have you ever seen the 14 characteristics of fascism?
No, I haven't seen it.
Have you read it?
I have not.
All right. Whenever you get the chance, go Google it and just type in the 14 characteristics of fascism and just read it, and it's actually kind of scary, bro, because everything like Trump's administration is doing is heading towards there. There's 14. There's 14.
Well, we're not heading towards it. In a lot of ways, we're already kind of there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's 14 characteristics, and we fit the criteria of 8 out of 14 so far.
We are a capitalist country, whether you like it or not. I'm not here to give like intense opinions on that, but we are in observably late stage capitalism. We're in the 250th year of empire, and it's historically proven that fascist regimes save late stage capitalist empires. Like, it's kind of like the modus operandi. Like, you kind of need a fascist government to keep the game going the way it has been.
Right. That's what the guy with the mustache turned the country into in order to save it, because he even though I hate to say it, by turning them into the N-word type of state, it really did bring the economy back in Germany. So in order for them to like you said, survive, they have to turn into that type of state.
Well, to survive as they currently exist, if without changing,
right.
Like, we could switch to a much more progressive or socialist or whatever type of government you're looking for. Like, we have options, but if you want to maintain American capitalism, it's looking like fascism is the only way right now.
I've seen like clips of it. I haven't seen like the full episode. Haven't watched like TV or really a lot, but. I mean, I think it was Joe that was saying earlier with, freedom of speech and all that. I fully agree, because, there's going to be stuff on the other side that I might not like, but it is what it is. It's, they have the right to say it. And then the Maxwell stuff, I'm almost speechless. Like, I don't understand how people can just see this happening and not just be like freaking out.
You gotta look at it like this, man. Americans, we are largely uneducated, not through a fault of our own, but through a personal and intentional failing of American education structures in this country. Public schools, awful, and private schools not that much better. It's usually like a Christian school or some weird stuff like that. But most Americans don't understand their own disenfranchisement. It's like when you hear some dumb guy on the internet say, like, you're going to see why Americans don't have health care. Like, you understand that you receive no benefits, and you know that all your taxes goes to foreign war, trillions towards foreign war overseas. So you have no choice but to sit back and act like you are a willing participant in all of your money going towards blowing up, brown people in other countries. And the people that follow Donald Trump specifically are people who seek to maintain their own pride and own personal vision of the American dream as it lives out through this like semi-messianic prophetic figure that they view Donald Trump as. Like, it's a spiritual thing. It's also a racial thing in a lot of ways, but it's literally just a bunch of people who have nothing. And without Trump, they would honestly probably like take their own lives. Like, I literally think that.
Honestly, I think that's kind of like what I think is going to happen. Like, if they found out that these files, and what some of us already suspect, if it comes out worse than what we think it is, I really think that's what it might come down to.
In this live a little bit ago, and they were saying that the big reason why they think that it's not going to come out, and both sides are like, dragging their feet, which I could be wrong. Joe, you sound pretty darn knowledgeable. Did the Democrats have the ability of releasing files before 2024, or were they sealed and they couldn't? I don't know if any of y'all has ever heard anything.
No, they've always had access to it. What this list is, what all this stuff is, it is a comprehensive blackmail honeypot information scheme conducted partially by CIA, also probably partially by Mossad, given how much Ehud Barak spent time at Jeffrey Epstein's house, the previous prime minister of Israel. But it's a blackmail operation. A lot of it is on their own people, of course, but when you have the hands of it and you know that it equally implicates both parties, like the Clintons and the Trumps would be like done if this came out. And then like the trickle down effects of all their donors and all that stuff and a couple random royal family members here and there or whatever. But it's mutually assured destruction in the form of CSAM material linked to politicians and elites.
What happened was, I think those files, I believe they were sealed, and the Democrats didn't really want to open them because they knew that some of the Democrats were going to be in there too. What this guy did, he shot himself in the foot and ran on him just to get himself in, and probably figured, like, once I'm in, I'll go ahead and get rid of my name out of those files. But unfortunately, they never got. He ran on it, and then he never really got his name out of it. And now that the people want those files, now he's laying on them. So he kind of shot himself in the foot on that one.
But like I said, it's scary that, like I said, just a lot like y'all just been saying, like this happened under Donald Trump's first administration. So like, I don't get how some people just ignore all this stuff, and like now, like, and to me, I don't care that it is like, I think Bill Clinton for sure, because like I said, even though I'm
Clinton, Ghislaine, after all the stuff with Jeffrey Epstein happened, Ghislaine was at their daughter's wedding. Like, come on, she had an aisle seat at Hillary Clinton's daughter's wedding.
I did not know that. Wow.
Yes, bro. Yes, like they were super like close. Like the Clintons are super implicated. Trump is super implicated. Like I don't know who's more implicated than Clinton and Trump.
But that's the thing. Like I think when it comes to, because like people love using the right and the left rhetoric, but I think when it comes to people who are quote unquote left, like they don't mind like Bill Clinton getting the.
Oh, I don't. I would love to see him get exposed for all that.
But we already know Bill Clinton freaky anyway. So I mean, like,
yeah, that's the only thing he's known for.
Yeah, so it's like we're not really subjective. Like, okay, well, if he gets it, but I mean,
I am curious to see if Hillary's at all involved, though.
I mean, the thing is like I said, that would give Donald Trump more ammo because. Honestly, I think, okay, this is what I think, honestly. So
why is he attacking Obama then?
Because that's his base. Like his base, when they hear Obama, they knew that's a trigger. So if they hear they hear Obama, then boom. Like, that makes them forget everything. Well, Obama this and Obama that. And like,
he just wants to be loved like Obama was.
It's working this time.
It's not gonna work because I think what happened was that what's going to happen now is that he ran his campaign on, releasing the files right now. So when he got back into the office in January, maybe that's one of the things they looked at first. He had, because Pam Bondi had a plethora of assignments to go through, right? One being the Epstein files, right? So when she got around to it in May to actually look at inside the files, that's when she let Donald Trump know, which the senator in Illinois, a whistleblower contacted him and said that the FBI, they had a lot of people, like over 1,000 agents, work overtime to clean through those files, which is over 100,000 files of Epstein, and that Donald Trump, they said, flag any of those that had Donald Trump in it. So I think what they're trying to do, what they tried to do, was filter out Donald Trump, and they find stuff on his enemies, right? They find stuff on his enemies, right? and then release it. That's what I think they're trying to do.
But no one's gonna believe that. Like, no, who's gonna believe that? Yeah. Oh, here's the list. Like, oops, all enemies of Trump. Like, it's like a special cereal brand or something. Like, what the hell? No one's gonna fall for that.
Hey, Joe.
Yeah, Trump did it to himself.
Joe, this guy just said that he would. This guy that came up, he said he would believe Trump over his daughter, bro. So.
I mean, that doesn't surprise me at all. I was raised in the church, and I've seen situations where children make accusations, and the elders like side with the adult. Elders like side with the adults in the situation. Like it's partially reinforced by like that non-secular lifestyle, but also like some people just really don't care about their children as well.
Yeah, but let me reset the. Was it much needed? And what are your thoughts about Ghislaine Maxwell? Now, just came out a couple of hours ago that she has now been granted limited immunity when it comes to the Epstein files. Talk about it. And is Trump in bed with the devil, like South Park said, or is all a hoax, like he said as well? Right now we do have a good panel right now talking about it. If you are a Trump supporter, let us know if you side with Trump or you think it's all a hoax or you kind of feel betrayed by Trump. Right now I'm going to talk to Birdie. Birdie, just tell us your age and who you voted for, please.
36 and Miss Harris.
All right. So kind of get back to the topic at hand. Like, did South Park go too far or was there much needed? And how do you feel about now Ghislaine Maxwell giving limited immunity?
So I thought the South Park episode was great. I only laughed once, I'm going to be honest. There was the part, I don't remember their names. I don't really watch South Park, but I watched it because everybody was talking about it. I didn't think it was funny, but I appreciated it. The Ghislaine Maxwell thing, I am just hearing this right now. I didn't know that about the clemency thing. So I'm going to have to look into that. I did want to come up and talk. I listened to I was on a live and listening to a recording the other day where it was Virginia I think it's pronounced Giuffre, the victim that unalived herself back in April. She talked about how Ghislaine and Ivana Trump would ride around together and were essentially like best friends. Someone in here was saying, but Bill and Hillary have a connection, which Bill Clinton wouldn't surprise me if he's in there. Put him away, but I think the connections from JE to Trump are just people are choosing to not make them at this point.
Hey, straight up, like
it's not even just about Trump. Like everyone who cares wants every single person on it to be punished to the full extent of the law. Like
every single one.
Like Trump just happens to be the most powerful guy on it, so obviously we're fixated on him.
Hey, you guys, like look into like the last before he left to Scotland. The last I think it might have been on Fox. I'm not sure, but he's scared, bro. He's squealing on his on all types of politicians because before he took off, he's like, "Why are you guys?" Something around the lines like, "Why are you guys worried about my name being in the list?" He's like, "You guys look into the Clintons." And look into some type of foundation. So he's even ratting people out. Like
I think he's getting us ready for the fake lie that he's gonna have Ghislaine tell everybody.
Oh, for sure.
That's
Killian,
what I think he's doing.
Killian, welcome to the live. Hey, guys, make sure you like the live. Try to get us to 10K if you can. Like the live, share the live. Killian, to answer the question, please, if you don't mind, did South Park go too far, or was it much needed? And how do you feel about Ghislaine Maxwell? Now granted limited immunity.
Honestly, man, I think South Park did not go too far at all. I think they're just being South Park, and anyone who thinks they went too far is just kind of crazy. Like, it's South Park.
Okay, and who'd you vote for?
I voted for Miss Harris.
All right, and one more before we get Dan. Thank you for joining the live. Dan, tell us your age and who'd you vote for?
Independent.
Okay. All right. So y'all, Killian, like, how do you feel about Ghislaine Maxwell being given limited immunity?
It's corruption. The fact that we're too afraid to release a list because we know a lot of people are going to be on that list is bullshit.
Yeah. And the thing is, I think I'm asking Bertie this question actually. So like, why do you think like when it comes to MAGA supporters, why do you think they move the goalposts when it comes to this? Like Eddie said, like we had a guy come up here who actually said like, if my daughter told me that Trump did something to her, like I would have to see the proof before I believe her. Like, why do you think that? What's the loyalty to this? Like, this is big. I can understand it was conspiracy theories, like money fraud or something like that. Yeah, but when it comes to your own personal child and a child's like, innocence, basically, why do you think they're so quick to defend this? This is pretty sick.
I will never understand.
Oh, I know exactly why they defend it. Because if they admit that he's wrong and he's bad, they have to admit that they've been duped, and nobody wants to admit that they've been fooled.
Mm-hmm. And honestly,
at some point you have to.
Honestly, like Joe made a good point. It kind of scared me a little bit. I really think this is what's going to happen, Joe. Like, if all this comes out, and like I said, the focal point is Trump, right? The focal point. There's going to be more people on there, but the focal point is Trump. But I'm like Joe, and Joe made a good point. I feel like if it does come out, man, there might be some unaliving of themselves, like because they can't live with the truth. That's the thing is like it's great that y'all do these spaces, man, because like I'm not no Don Lemon or no spectacular journalist, but like man, the fact that y'all do these things on TikTok Live and stuff like that, man, it's really helping us out because like it's great to see that y'all want justice just as much as we want justice, and like we have to remain apolitical when it comes to like journalism and stuff like that. So I really can't. Sorry. But we don't pick a side, and that's the thing about journalists. We don't try to pick a side, but like we do pick what's right and what's wrong. And like seeing like people getting deported left and right, and I don't think we want criminals here. But the thing is that do it the right way to where they get due process, which they haven't been getting. And so the thing is, that's what we want to see, and like so y'all keep joining these lives, keep going up, and like having these panels, like man, and stay vigilant. Like I said, I think we all want the same thing when it comes to America, and like just be free, but at the same time we don't want these people who are telling us we have to spend more taxes putting money in their pockets. You know what I mean? So that's the end of our show. Hey guys, if you want to continue the conversation, please go to our website. It's RevShowPodcast.com. That's STR number 8 upshowpodcast.com. If you want to support our podcast, go to our Patreon page at patreon.com/RevShowPodcast 318. That's patreon.com/RevShowPodcast 318. Until then, that's the end of our show. But if you come back to our show, there's only one rule to our show. You got to be
straight up.
All right. See y'all later.